I wanted to build a world that I hadn't created before.
Having a project of this scope is really great for the 3D college because students get to sort of experience a real production.
I really like this project because it could showcase my skills together with other people's skills in a combined fashion.
It was something special because it was such a big production.
I'm not sure what time it is anymore. It's 1 o'clock in the morning or something, I don't know at this point.
So far it's been a mad roller coaster filming here on Arene.
2 years ago, a friend of mine came to me and asked me if I wanted to collaborate with a school that he works at called 3D College. What they wanted to create was sort of the opportunity, the groundwork for the students to work together and then create something bigger, something more special that they can do on their own.
3D College is just awesome because you can develop your skills over time and with other students that can help you.
It was a great collaboration between 3D College and Henrik B. Clausen, where the students of the college are involved working together with a production team that's doing the shooting and filming, and then afterwards they are assigned tasks to take care of the visual effects.
I tend to center my work around something within the realm of science fiction because it gives you like a very big canvas you can paint on.
As a production designer, I would sit with the director, the screenwriter, or the producer, and then we would sort of together try to get into the core of the story and what is the emotional landscape of the story.
It took over 3 months to model project and actually build the helicopter. It was a really major set that we have to build.
We had only 20 days to finish the set, and that was mighty challenging.
The props, they looked real, but they were made out of tape and all sorts of other materials.
The set consists of gym equipment, old vacuum cleaners, a lot of tarp, some gardening tarp, and industrial packaging elements.
It's just like a very short story that teaches like, okay, now it's about to really, and then stops. So that's a teaser. The idea is that mankind has developed all kinds of technology, and one of them being artificial intelligence. So I thought, how about creating a world on Earth where there's like no water left? It's usually a good idea to sort of put a frame of reference in people's minds. So I ended up on New York because I'm quite fascinated with skyscrapers, and you have these bridges and you have the Statue of Liberty. And then I thought about, okay, how can you have a fight but without sort of keeping it like in a static room? So I need something moving. And then the idea came for, okay, let's put in some sort of aircraft in there.
In order to build a believable helicopter, or rather a space future copter, we had to do a lot of research and look into a lot of military vehicles, guessing what the world would be at the point that we are making the movie.
It looked like a helicopter. Of course, there needs some particles and, you know, a little flow and some sounds, but basically it actually looks all right already.
The color scheme of the movie was a classic sci-fi, but we tried to sort of make it a little bit interesting by making a very yellow exterior, with sort of a green-gray looking interior for the cockpit.
What we needed for this one was to actually have the lighting integrated into the set. Thankfully we had Torsten, our go-to technical wizard, and he got like a huge truckload of lamps that had like internal motors that you can program and then control from this huge pad.
Henrik wanted to take a different look at artificial intelligence and tell a story in which we humans are the aggressors who start a war, and then we have Arene, the girl, the main character.
She doesn't know what she is, and more than being built, she's actually evolved from a unity of a human being and then a machine.
Get her! She's the child. She really does look human.
It's not people we got through Jacob.
Well, we're professional stuntmen, especially trained in fight choreography, doing fighting and breakfalls and stunt work.
And then we actually held casting for the girl part and then for the commander part, Arene and Gibson.
On set, people were very welcome. You just walked in and people were just, hey, how you doing?
You know, I always have a storyboard for any project. And for a project like this, you need it like a Bible.
The planning was so tight in these 3 days that we really tried to sort of make it as efficient as possible.
But it was all blood to me. I mean, you don't have... I don't recall having like breaks.
Very beginning, when you're sitting and you're looking up at him, looking over at him, that, and we see the handcuffs.
So we had a stunt double come in from London, Lauren, and she was going to be a stunt double for Katarina on this one. And one of my worries was that, are you going to be able to tell? Because they don't have exactly the same height.
So you would want to help?
After the first take with the stunt performance, I just realized why I wanted and needed Jacob to be there.
From that position, and then you basically have to get to here, to over there. But instead of just running from there, right over there, you want to go a little bit.
And then having looked on the same monitor as I looked at, then giving them feedback based on, okay, this is the angle, so you need to sort of move around like this to make sure that the impact seems more believable.
It was mainly focusing on choreography and stunts where my head gets smashed into the wall. So I've been practicing conditioning my head.
And mine does involve a real knife. So we have been rehearsing it and making sure everything is safe.
I also saw some of the makeup artists do some makeup and magic at the girl actor. And it was also just, oh, transformation, now you have blood in your face. Cool!
I basically got lifted off 2 feet off the floor and had to hang there for, I don't know, it felt like an eternity. They told me it was about 10 seconds, but it felt like a lot longer than that.
When the helicopter crashes, there's a hull breach and a lot of particles start swirling around, and we wanted to do the base of that scene with a physical effect and then enhance it with digital effects later on.
Welcome to Arene. You just landed in ours. Thank you for another safe flight, and we got you here on time. Always fly with Ryan.
We have the students available for 9 weeks working on this project.
Well, in the beginning they said to us, like, this is the project, this is all the assets we need for it.
We have been on teamworks and group projects before, but it's never been like when you have professionals.
The work in Arene that I did was rotoscoping and matte painting. The rotoscoping part was when the actors was filmed on green screen and some of their body parts were outside the green screen. Then you couldn't key it out, so I had to mask it out. And the matte painting were more of building the background for the New York City skyline.
My part in the project was to optimize the models like the aircraft carrier that you see in Arene.
I was a part of a 2-person group for making the bridge.
We used, I think it was maybe 4 days on research about information of the bridge, like measurements.
I built buildings in the movie and small things you can put on buildings.
Well, I was in charge of rigging the android in the end of the movie, so my job was basically to give it a skeleton and make it move.
I was working as an animator on the android, doing all the animations on him. The best place I could find in Denmark was 3D College.
haven't seen anything quite like this from a visual effects school anywhere else in the world.
If you're serious here, you can go as far as you want to.